Hi, friends, and happy Sunday. Thank you for spending a little piece of your day with me. Sundays, for me, are not a day of sadness or dread. They're a reset. I don't get the Sunday Scaries anymore. I see Sundays as a gift, almost like a soft landing into a fresh start. Actually, Mondays are my favorite day of the week. Fresh, new, a beginning. It's almost like New Year's Day, but every single week. That's truly how I look at it. In so many ways, it's all about how you choose to frame things, the beliefs you carry, the energy you project. If you wake up dreading Monday, you're already starting off in resistance. But if you wake up thinking, this is my shot, it's a clean slate, a new opportunity to create momentum, to receive and achieve the things that I desire, you'll feel different if you believe this mindset. You move differently. Our emotions, our beliefs, and even our energy works like magnets. Feeling sad, mad, and resentful, you will unintentionally attract more moments that validate those feelings. That's why every single morning I make a conscious effort, no matter what's happening in my life, to wake up hoping, believing, and planning to be the most positive, productive, and peaceful version of myself. Because think about it. You were blessed to open your eyes today. You were gifted another chance to live, love, create, heal, and become. This week, I had a powerful reminder of how important it is to choose your mindset and your energy, because I was planning on traveling back home to a very dark part of my life. If you've been following along, you know I've been writing my memoir. And recently, I had the idea to head back to this childhood hometown, less than 10 minutes from the house I once ran away from. The thing is, your subconscious mind clings to the familiar. Even if familiar means pain, even if familiar means chaos or sadness, it becomes the blueprint your central nervous system looks for, because in a strange way, it feels safe simply because it's the known. Maybe you've never thought about it that way, but if you keep finding yourself repeating cycles of heartbreak, struggle, or distrust, manifesting this same partner with just a different haircut, it's not because you're broken. It's because your central nervous system is still wired to seek out what it already knows. Until you actively work to heal those old wounds and rewire those old patterns, you'll stay stuck looking for what's already hurt you, especially if it was a parent that wounded you. Every single day, you are given a fresh opportunity to pivot, to wake up and say, I am no longer available for the things that are draining me, because I choose better. Not when you feel perfectly ready, not when the stars align. Change begins the moment you say, I'm done living this life. It's not very often that I have the racing heartbeat and ungrounded feeling vibration of anxiety, quote unquote, but I'm feeling it today. And I often feel it on a day where there's a big, powerful boom. Whether or not it's a bad thing or a good thing, I'm really never quite clear and sure what direction it's going to be. Sometimes it's that my car gets a fender bender. Sometimes it's that an ex reaches out. Sometimes it's a client says something that hurts my feelings. Sometimes it's that I get an offer on one of my listings, right? I'm never quite sure what the anxiety is or where it's coming from, but it's present right now. And I'm heading out to where I grew up, which could be, that's definitely what it is. I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to where I'm from. I'm seeing where the old, battered, quote unquote, version of me used to live and struggle and have a hard time. And I want to take you guys with me on that little adventure. So I came home from the gym. I'm unable to film the gym because it's Soho House and they don't allow filming. So if I find a new place to move in June, which I have to move, I can't say that. When I find a new place and I move in June, I maybe will have a different gym that I can take you with me and we can do some workouts so you can kind of see what my normal is. I do work out every day, for the most part. So it is Sunday, April 27th, 12:28, and it's messy, but I have a meeting at 1:30 and a meeting at 2, and then I'm heading out to my roots, the country. So I'm gonna bring you with me, but I did a little cleanup. This bed needs to be taken down. Did you like my new bed? I'm obsessed with my new bed. It took forever for me to pick a bed. The one that I really wanted was wood, and it wasn't available, so I had to switch to this one, but I think she's quite nice. I had a really nice wood bed that actually, when the movers came in November to put me in storage, they told me that the bed was broken and that I was about to fall on the floor. So whoops, I just had them throw it away. So when I returned back from my trip of 4 months of traveling, I had to buy a new bed. So I bought this one on Amazon. It's a frame. I think it was like $50. Took me a while to put it together. I think I timed it was 20 minutes, but getting the mattress on top of it was a feat in itself. But yeah, so I'm really excited to have like an adult bed and maybe have someone in it sometime soon. Wink, wink. But yeah, let's head out to my roots. Okay, off we go. I love how I had that amazing blowout and then I put my hair up. I got this sweater a long time ago, but it's a little itchy, but it's so cute. It's got smiley faces on the elbows. I don't know if you can see the other one, but hi. Hi. I honestly can't tell if everyone is staring because of my sweatshirt or because I'm carrying a huge camera and it's Sunday. I don't know, I'm guessing it's the sweatshirt. Driving those familiar streets after nearly 3 decades, it was very emotional. It reminded me of that iconic scene from Forrest Gump, you know, the one where Jenny comes back to her childhood home and starts throwing rocks. I felt that energy, that weight. Ooh, I have chills just thinking about it. It's taken me decades, literally decades, to clear through the brush and rubble of all the unprocessed feelings I carried from that house. At the time, as a child, I didn't even realize I was living through severe neglect and abandonment. I just knew something felt very wrong, heavy, lonely, and unsafe. I mean, if you'd like to. You don't have to. There's no pressure.
I'm going to be here. I know how to run away if I don't like it.
Exactly. And nobody talks to us. We can't see anybody or hear anybody. They can just see and hear us.
Gotcha.
So you can share embarrassing stories about me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know there are any.
You know, the thing about it is, if you can communicate with people and do it in a manner in which they can relate to, you will be successful in life.
Correct. That's the secret.
And the other thing that it helped me with,
Yep.
in the days before I was married, when I was a good communicator, I was able to get a lot of dates. Thought that Germany was a very interesting country in that all these little bars would be all over, and almost all of them had their own beer, like that they were serving.
Okay.
So it wasn't like
it's neighborhood beer. Like every neighborhood has its own brew.
Well,
That's
yeah,
cool.
the whole areas would have their own brew. And the best part was I went in one place and I said, "Hey, do you have any Schlivovitz?" And this guy looked at me and he says, "You know the Schlivo?" And I said, "Yeah, I know the Schlivo." He says, "Yes, I have these Schlivovitz. You must wait."
Oh, your accent is so good.
I'm telling you.
You're
So
good.
he goes to his house, which is like right behind the bar that he owned, right? And he comes out with Schlivovitz, and he had made it himself.
Wow.
It's like one of those amazing life experiences where you say, you know, this is what makes traveling fun.
Right. I agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know the Schlivo? Coop, you don't get any ribs. Forget it, pal.
Oh, poor Coop. I wasn't the same girl who had met JD all those years ago. I was a woman now. I was at the time lost and thinking air traffic control would keep the relationship together with my dad and allow me to maintain that. But now I'm a woman who has done the hard inner work and released all of that. A woman who has chose to heal, to forgive, and to rise. Just remember, you are allowed to close chapters with peace. You are allowed to be a different person today than you were yesterday or decades ago. And you will never fully step into your highest, most magnetic self until you consciously choose to heal what hurt you. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. Thank you for holding space for my life and hopefully for your own healing too. Until next time,